Fire Commission meeting of the Township of Grosse Ile. If you could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, this evening we have Commissioners Bartlett, Bringard, and myself. Mr. Cornhuffel and Mr. Murdoch are excused. Are there any other additions or deletions to the agenda? If I can just add one, I'd like to add under discussion items number 5, we're going to add a reimbursement training program update from the chief. Are there any other additions or deletions to the agenda? If not, a motion to approve the agenda would be in order.
Moved.
Moved by Bringard. Is there support?
Second.
Second by Bartlett. Questions, comments? If not, all in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Approval of the agenda. We have the agenda in front of us. We just approved it. Presentations. Obviously, this is something that we have not done in a while in discussions with the chief. Obviously, we have some great people that have joined the ranks of the Grosse Ile Fire Department, and it's important to take time for special events in the fire department's life, in their lives, and to acknowledge the time and effort that they've invested to volunteer for this fire department and serve our community. So, Chief, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this completely over to you. We'll run it through you, and you have the floor. And just make sure, Chief, that that microphone is operational. So, it's a small toggle.
Okay, tonight we're going to do something a little different. To my knowledge, Grosse Ile Fire Department has never performed a badge pinning ceremony on its members. These are not our newest members. These are members who have completed all their required training and have exceeded their 18-month probationary period. Grosse Ile's probationary period is a little bit longer than other fire departments because of the training that's required and the schedule for these folks who have other jobs, and training takes a little bit longer to complete. So that being said, I'd like to introduce up Nicole Gall, Firefighter Gall, Firefighter Kasaborski, Firefighter Nelson, Firefighter Dickinson, and Firefighter Will.
You can get on both sides of the chief or in front of it, however you want to do it. And I guess one of the things, Chief, would be good for the community as well as the commission. Obviously, these are good serving members of your department, but it'd be good to kind of know their history, how long they've been here. You got it?
Yep. I'm going to do the swearing in first, and then I'm going to say a little something about. So I'd like to invite the Assistant Chief, Chris Davenport, and Lieutenant Andrew Huber to the podium as well. All right, please raise your right hand. I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of this state.
and the Constitution of this state,
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of firefighter and EMT
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of firefighter and EMT
in and for the Township of Grosse Ile, according to the best of my ability.
in and for the Township of Grosse Ile to the best of my ability.
Now I invite anybody who accompanied you here tonight if they would like to place the badge on you. If not, Assistant Chief Davenport will place that badge on you. And as you badge the individual, I will say something about them. If you Who's doing now? We're going to start over here. Sure. Andrea? Okay. Firefighter Kaspersky joined the department in December of 2022. She fulfilled all her training and her 18-month probationary period. While doing so, she responded to 703 EMS calls and 160 fire calls. She also takes leadership in finding training for new department members and herself, all while responding to calls. Thank you, Firefighter EMT Kasaborski. Firefighter EMT Nelson. Matt Nelson joined our department in 12 of 22. He also fulfilled his training and his 18-month probationary membership, all while responding to 770 EMS calls and 165 fire calls. People may not know, Matt also serves as a organ donor emergency responder while he's not working for the fire department. Thank you, Firefighter Nelson.
Chief, can we just say for the record who pinned him, please?
My daughter, Arden Nelson.
Thanks for coming tonight.
Firefighter EMT Carl Dickinson. Carl joined our department in October of 2023. He fulfilled all his training and his 18-month probationary period, all while responding to 550 EMS calls and 111 fire calls. Carl has also decided to pursue his paramedic degree and a career in firefighting. Thank you, Firefighter Dickinson. Firefighter Jeff Will. Firefighter Will joined our department in July of 2023. He fulfilled all his training requirements in his 18-month probationary period, all while responding to 591 EMS calls and 118 fire calls. Jeff has also redesigned several systems in our dispatch with his IT knowledge and his computer knowledge. He is also working on a patient care run report monitoring system, which will help our department. Thank you, Firefighter Will.
And Chief, who pinned Officer Will?
That's my wife, Lindsay.
Thanks for coming tonight.
Next is Firefighter Nicole Gall. Firefighter EMT Gall joined our department in August of 2023. She fulfilled all her training obligations and her 18-month probationary period, all while responding to 536 EMS calls and 105 fire calls. Firefighter EMT Gall is pursuing her paramedic certificate and is also has moved on to also work as a career firefighter locally, all while serving the Grosse Ile Fire Department. Thank you, Firefighter Gall.
And Chief, who is pinning her? Thanks for coming.
Thank you, everyone, again. This will not be the last of this. We have 8 new members who are currently working on all their training and certificates, so we'll be doing this again. Okay?
Thanks, Chief.
I'd like to thank everybody who came out to witness the first of this ceremony, and anybody who came out for the 9/11 ceremony this morning at the Grosse Ile Fire Department. We'll be posting pictures on our Facebook page. It was a huge success. We will also be doing that every year from now on as long as I'm chief. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Chief, they're more than welcome to if they want any pictures with that in the background, or I'm big on pictures.
Do you folks want to do pictures now and leave, or do you want to stay for a brief fire commission meeting and then take pictures?
I promise you these meetings are short.
He's not kidding.
Yeah, they're short. All right, public comment. If we're going through our agenda, we do have the opportunity for public comment. If there's anybody in the audience that would like to come to the podium and talk about any issues in front of the commission, more than happy to have you. Yes, ma'am. Please state your name and your address.
Margaret Shelton, Bellevue Road. I just want to take this opportunity to thank all the men and women who have volunteered to support the township. It's a big thing, and I'm really glad that you guys took the time to do this. I think it's important for everybody to acknowledge the efforts that they go through for all of this, and it's very much appreciated. The other thing I wanted to mention is how much I appreciate Chief Roscoe working so well with Chief Carmack, and we're working on this generator situation, and I think it's extremely important that we make sure that our 10,000 plus residents are cared for and that they know that they're going to be safe, and we're making sure that we maintain public safety as best as we can. So I just wanted to come up and say how much I appreciate that, and I appreciate the commission being as supportive as they are as well. So thank you.
Appreciate your comments. Thank you very much. All right, moving on. We have our meeting minutes from August of 2025. Just need a motion to approve. If there's modifications or corrections, please advise. If not, motion and then a second.
I'll move.
Moved by Bringard. Is there support?
Second.
Support by Bartlett. Questions or comments? If not, all in favor of the motion say aye. Motion carried. Moving on to expenses. We have the approval of the August 2025 expense report. Chief.
We're going to be wrapping up the second quarter of the fiscal year. Once again, we are within our budgetary restraints. Nothing to report.
All right, I need a motion to approve the August 2025 expense report.
I'll move.
Moved by Bringard. Is there support?
Second.
Second by Bartlett. Questions, comments? If not, all in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. We have no action items tonight. Discussion items. We have 5 on the table tonight. Number 1, Chief's report. Chief.
Thank you. We are having our open house on October 5th from noon to 4. Come on out and see your firefighters, see the equipment you bought for us. We'll have food. There will be a bake sale, fundraiser. All that money goes to a child's Christmas party that we have at the fire department for fire department members. We just started a Fire 1 and Fire 2 class at our building. There's 18 members, not all from our department. The surrounding members sent employees to take the class at our facility. That's going well. New ambulance was slated to be delivered October of 2026. It will be here April of 2026. So it's been bumped up 8 months. That's good news. We are getting appraisals now on the ambulance that we will be replacing. Whether we trade it in or sell it outright, that's yet to be determined. Our aerial ladder truck is still on schedule for November of this year. Stay tuned. That's all I have to report.
Just for the record, obviously we've talked about, when you take a look at Fire 1 and Fire 2 and the fact that the classes are being done in-house on the island, we had talked about that a while back, that to make it convenient and easy so that we can have people volunteer their time and effort. Obviously, they're busy with their families. Instead of going out to Wayne County Community or Schoolcraft, the fact that it's on Grosse Ile, that's tremendous to see and hear, because it makes it much, much more easy for people to take time and effort out of their day with their family or their night with their family. So, Chief, I appreciate you making sure that happened.
Chief, what was the building fire?
Building fire
Yeah, is this building fire here?
on your report.
That was the garage on West River. It was a fire at a garage on West River. Everything went well. Everyone was safe. The primary residence wasn't affected, and we extinguished it, and everything went well. We called Trenton. We appreciate Trenton for mutual aid.
All right, the last thing, just for reference, and maybe for the community as well, Chief, obviously DMA provides training reimbursement for all departments within the DMA. And in my position with DMA, I received a report that talked about what type of reimbursements went back to the local communities. Allen Park, Brownstown, Dearborn, Ecorse, Huron, Lincoln Park, Riverview, Rockwood, Southgate, Trenton, Wyandotte, and Wayne County's Airport Authority. The max that you could get reimbursement was $7,000. What's remarkable is that we are just one of 3 communities of all those that actually went to that number and got reimbursement. So we're training more than others. Just if you could just talk a little bit about how training works and what type of training your men and women go through.
So there's the required training, or are you talking about the supplemental training?
Supplemental.
The supplemental training. So we've been fortunate this year to have a grant through DCC. There's also fireworks money from the state that's available for training. We took advantage of both of them. So since I've been chief since April 5th, actually I think the number we received, we didn't receive, to be clear. It's not a reimbursement. They just pay the bill. Okay, so we didn't receive any money from the state or local government. So some of these trainings were to cover the Fire 1 and 2 program that our students are in, EMT program. Students are in dive trainings for the dive team, our members who are on the dive team. These classes that are going on, Instructor 1 is being funded by some of these grants, but up to date we're at about $49,000 of training we've received that we paid zero for. And that's since April 5th of this year. So
And that's a good
we're
thing.
very grateful for those people work very hard to get us that grant money, and hopefully it continues in the future.
All right, I appreciate the update. Any other issues, Chief, that we want to talk about tonight? Any other issues? All right, commission members. Mickey, do you have anything from the Township Board?
A couple of things. First of all, I'm so proud and so grateful for all of you, and thank you for letting me attend the memorial this morning. I was just telling James that when you see it on TV, you know, you remember 9/11, but when you were there this morning, you just really feel the emotion, and so I appreciate that. I'm so proud of all of you for getting through your training and getting pinned tonight, and I'm so grateful for your services. And another matter, Dawn, thank you for letting me pester you. She put the burn permits online, and so when you go to the Groseal Township website, you can go on there, and under the fire department, you can find the burn permits. They're good through December 31 of each year. It's not a revenue generator. The sole purpose of those are for safety, and it lists all the safety items that you should keep in mind, like don't have a fire if it's windier than 15 miles per hour. Don't use gas on it. Keep a hose nearby in case it gets out of control. So to make it simpler, you can either fill that out and scan it in and email it to James at the address provided, or you can drop it off at police dispatch. So thank you for that. Another thing I wanted to bring up tonight, this is where I turn mean because I'm getting really frustrated. It came up at our township board meeting that we don't need a new generator for the public safety building, that we only need it was a $20 or $25 part. I think that was a dangerous and irresponsible statement. Public safety, when you get somebody up there and they are on a political group, that's more of a hobby, right? They like to get into politics. With you guys, you're our lifeline. You are there to keep us safe. The last thing I want is if my house were to catch on fire is for you guys to try to be climbing to the top of the ceiling to do the release on the garage doors to get a fire truck out. It is so important for that. It's important for our 911 calls are going there. We have a heating and cooling station there. Everything in that building is going to be relying on a generator. If all goes well, we'll get this new generator and we'll never have to use it. I mean, that's ideal, right? But we have to have it there because we can't chance it going down. So I do get frustrated when somebody throws a comment out there that has never even seen the generator in person. I want to be here to support you. I know Margaret's here. She wants to be here as well to support you on the board to make sure that you get the equipment you need. When you risk your lives, the very least that we can do is provide you with up-to-date equipment to keep everything up and running safely. So thank you for listening for my 3 minutes of frustration. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Mickey, obviously, you're going to advocate on behalf of fire personnel as well as the commission that it is a public safety issue. This isn't a toy. This isn't something that is maybe we should have, maybe we shouldn't have. It's a necessity. The public safety building should have its own dedicated generator. It should not be shared with any other department, any other building. Even to suggest that this is turned into a debate makes me question why it's a debatable issue. Because if you'd go through any other city, any other municipality, if public safety would say, we need a new generator so that we can operate this building for dispatch, for, power goes out, you have to fill your tanks, whatever it is, no one would question it. There's a chief here that works for a different city. I'm sure in his city, if it came in front of him, they would say, you got to have a new generator. For some reason, it's turned into a political issue. And that's unfortunate because they're not putting the residents first. So I do not appreciate people messing around with public safety at that level. But hopefully it works out well. Hopefully you and Margaret are good advocates for both police and fire. And if you need the support of the commission, please make sure you reach out to us.
I appreciate that because I think of what a 5-minute delay would do to somebody having a heart attack or a fire. You guys can tell me better than I know how fast a fire can spread through an entire house. The last thing you want is a 5-10 minute delay to get the garage doors open, or somebody having a heart attack. I think somebody here told me it's within like the first 2 or 3 minutes that are most critical. The police will generally get there, and then once the EMS is there, they're immediately doing everything they can to save that person's life. So again, we're going to make sure you get the equipment that you need to stay up and running.
Well, and again, it's predicated upon having dispatch being operational, right? So
Exactly.
you
They
need power to
can't
have
even
it
get the call
operational.
without it.
So you can't get a call. And there's a reason why all dispatch centers are mandated to have, even before they go operational, to have a generator. That is a stationary static generator. It's not portable. It's not on wheels. It's not, coupling 20 generators together to get it. It's true and effective. So
Can I add to that?
sure.
Thank you both for that support. I haven't spoken publicly about this. Doug Carmack, the police chief, has been the one being vocal and communicating all the information that we've both been given and received and researched. I just want to say that it's the fire department who's in charge of the building. It's always been that way. We share the responsibility financially, but it's the fire department. It's my responsibility to make sure the public safety building is at its peak performance. Okay? I would love to be able to spend large amounts of money on other stuff. It would be irresponsible for me to use the money that we set aside for this project on anything but the generator for this building. It is time to replace it. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know how long it would last. What I'm saying is it is unreliable at this point, and it would be irresponsible for me not to bring this up and push forward for this purchase.
What's more amazing is the fact that the funds that have been set aside, these have been earmarked for many, many years because we knew that eventually this generator would have to be replaced. So you take cell tower funds and you take a look at pooling money together. You're not buying a sophisticated drone. You're not buying some type of special, vehicle. This is actually to run this building for the men and women, for your equipment, for dispatch. This money's been set aside for how long?
Years.
Years, right? So this has been earmarked. So not this board, not the past board. I mean, heck, it might even go back to my board when I was supervisor. This has been set aside for this distinct purpose, and somehow someone's turned this into a political issue. And I don't know if people get bored and they sit in their basements and want a political issue so they can hear themselves speak, but this is not the issue that they should be advocating against. So,
And I understand people asking questions. It's a unit that nobody thinks about. It's a tool. It's the heart of the building. Nobody ever thinks about it. It starts once a month, and that's it until they need it, right? It hasn't been used. It hasn't been needed. That's a great thing. Okay, there's a lot of tools we invest in, a lot of trainings we invest in that nobody ever relies on. Okay, you might get a CPR certification. You might never do CPR. You might be a police officer and never use your service revolver. It doesn't mean it's not needed, and it doesn't mean that it's not a crucial purchase. This is a crucial purchase, and it's time to do it, and the money is there.
That's a good point. I wish you never had to use a ladder truck, but you're going to have to use a ladder truck, right? So we need to make sure it's up and running. The other thing is that same person said, well, you need to have a 5-year plan. this is mapped out for 35 years. I've seen the sheet. It's mapped out for 35 years, all these large purchases, where the funds are coming from. These are coming from a cell tower fund. So, so again, sometimes it just turns political. I don't know why, but this is just a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to any of your neighbors, either side of your house, and say, should the public safety building have a generator that's fully operational that we can guarantee will work to the benefit of all of our residents, not one resident's going to say no. Not one, because it's a very simple issue. Someone's just decided to have some commentary, so.
So no, I think we shouldn't let that suck the fun out of tonight. So
No,
I
no,
want
no.
to see a lot of pictures, a lot of smiles, and
No, I agree with
I'm
that.
getting you guys a generator.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Jerry,
I
do you have
think he
anything?
can do better
You
than
want to
that.
add? All right. Public comment. We have one other public comment part of the section of this agenda. Is there anybody in the audience that has not had the opportunity of coming to the podium and speaking about any issue? You guys want to talk about anything? You sure? Something. Do you want to advertise like when's the ice cream shop shutting down? October 19th. Do you want to talk about that? Do you have a special flavor coming? Pumpkin. Well, that makes sense.
Any of the members who sworn in want to come up and say anything? No?
What do you think about Bob as a chief?
All right, moving forward.
All right. We need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Bringar's support.
Second.
Bartlett, all in favor of the motion, say aye. All opposed, say
Aye.
nay. Motion carried. Thanks for coming out tonight. We really appreciate your efforts. Thank you.